Okay, are you ready to have some fun with flowers? I think it's time for us to do that, right? Right? I think it'll be fun. Okay. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about grouping flowers, and we'll make a fun arrangement and we'll group some flowers. We have some beautiful tulips, we've got some pretty hyacinth, and some foliages that need to go into that. And so I want to, sometimes I make arrangements and they're dotted with different things. I made one the other day in a chip bowl for our friends at Dollar Tree. I made one with the hellebores, and they look polka dotted. And so I wanted to show you how you can use groups of flowers to create more visual impact in your arrangement. Okay, and let's see, I think this vase is going to be perfect. Okay, I like this one. This is one of my favorite vases. I actually believe that it's a 1-800-Flowers vase from many, many years ago. Something like that. Maybe BloomNet, not sure. Okay, but I love it. It's one of my very favorite vases for arranging flowers. And we will use our water, which has been, has Chrysler Professional 3 in it. Inside this is my purple watering can from our friends at ArcadiaGardenProducts.com. They make also a blue one, and they make a coral colored one too that you'll see on Life in Bloom coming up in season 4 and 5. So yeah, we'll be using that there too. So, okay, so we have this arrangement, and we're going to want to arrange in groupings. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have our flowers going this way and this way. So they're going to be arranged in the wider portion of this narrow vase. Okay. And you know what? My thing wants to sit that way. So let's do that. Okay, there we go. Now we will use some foliage. I got these from my friends at Fern Trust. This is Fatsia. It's a variegated Fatsia. Look how pretty that is. It has a little edge on it, which is just lovely. We have our tools today, which is our compact pruner from our friends at Dram and our bypass cutter. And we are going to cut this variegated Fatsia and drop it in there on one side. And okay, we talked about grouping. I could put it over here, but I'm going to put it over here because then we have reinforced that area with more foliage. Okay? So then we're going to start with our tulips. Our tulips also have a variegated foliage to them. Okay? And our tulips have been growing and getting prettier and longer. Look at those guys. Look at how great they look. And what I'm going to do, as I always talk about, making it easier and faster with my tulips, I'm just going to drop them down going out this way. Okay? All right. Now, I think it's time for a little more foliage. And so we are going to use a little bit of our Robellini. Robellini is one of my favorite palm type foliages. This is from our friends at Fern Trust again. And what I'm going to do with my Robellini is I want to have my Robellini coming out this side, but I want to make sure that it doesn't get under the water level. So I've stripped it just a little bit. And then I'm going to tuck it up under here and through those stems. That's going to be about perfect. That's about the place that I want it. Now, I can also pull this off with my fingers. But the one thing that I would warn you about Robellini has some little teeth on its stems. So I really prefer pulling them off rather than stripping them with my fingers, because you might cut yourself. Okay, it's not a forgiving foliage. Okay, it's got a little bit of a barb to it, but that's okay, and it's just so pretty, right? So then notice how none of my foliage is falling down here below the water line. Okay, it's just coming out. Now see, look at how simple and easy that looks and fun, right? My tulips are going to continue to grow. I don't really worry about where they're being placed right now because they're going to grow and get longer as light is attracted to them. So then we will add some of our hyacinth. I actually have 2 bunches here, and I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. We'll see. So we'll start with this bunch first. How about that? Okay, I'm going to trim this off, and I don't really need these stems, those leaves falling down into my water So I'm pulling those leaves away, and I'm just going to stick these stems down in there. Yeah, see, I'm going to need both bunches. I was fooled by the foliage, right? I love these because they get so much more fragrant. Oh, now see, look at, I lost a bloom down inside there. That would only cause trouble if I left him down in the water. So I'm not going to leave him down in the water because that is important to get him out of there. There we go. Now let's take a look at this other bunch. And these obviously are hyacinth that were raised commercially. I have some coming up in the yard, but look how long they are, right? And the ones that are coming up in my yard are not as full. That is just basically because I have not put any of the bone meal on them to ensure that they will get stronger and strengthen themselves. Here's one more little baby one. Look, that's too short. I'm going to put him over here in this space with another one that I have over there. That's a little short arrangement for later. Okay. But yeah, I want to slip these off, and then I'm placing them down inside there. Now notice, tulips here, hyacinth here, Fatsia here, Robellini there. See, look at that, right? Super grouping those flowers gives me a better focal area, creates more impact, and look, that guy is going to fall off. Sometimes that happens, you know? That's what happens with flowers sometimes is that so I'm just going to use that little piece of it left. I'm going to stick it down deep inside there. But, you know, sometimes it still smells good. Sit over there with those guys. That's the little treat. You can put that by your bedside, and then it will smell like hyacinth, and you can wake up to the smell of flowers. So great. I love that. Get rid of my hyacinth foliage here. All right. Oh, someone wrote me the sweetest note the other day. My friend Tiger Lily on YouTube here and said, we're just having fun, Jay. We love that we have fun with you and that we just have fun with flowers. And I just appreciated that so much because really, truly, this is what it's all about. It's just about having fun with one another and being able to create some beautiful flower arrangements. Now, I really feel like I need one more type of flower in there. And I have some green Kermit pom-poms. I'm just thinking green Kermit pom-poms. I was like, you know what? If I add these green Kermit pom-poms, they're the same color as my foliage. And so while they would be really pretty right here in the middle of this bouquet, you know what? Let's add two more. That's what we'll do. We will add two more things. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to just stop with one more. We're going to have 4 different kinds of flowers in this. So I am pulling all of my foliage that will fall below the water line here. I'm going to want that to go in about there. So that's about how long it needs to be. I want it to slip in there. And this one is going to be shorter. Okay. And it's going to slip in right here. Voila. Okay, so grouping, 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 right? So when we see those colors together, our eye goes to that area and it dances around there. Then it moves to the next color and it dances around there. Then it moves to the next color and dances around there. That's how we reinforce with groupings of flowers. Some people will tell you that this looks European. I don't know if that's conventionally correct, that it's European style, but I think that the Europeans have grouped flowers before we did, and so that's kind of maybe where that look came from. Now look at this. Okay, so look what we're going to do here. We're going to add a little grouping of those down in there. I was going to say a pave, but it's not technically a pave because a pave is a row of flowers. And what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of a little bundle over here on the end. I don't know if we'll use all of these, but we might. Okay. And sometimes I got to go in there 3 times, 4 times to make sure I can get it down into where I want it to be. Okay. There we go. Now, okay, could I have stopped with just my tulips and hyacinths? Absolutely. Am I going to? No. No, he's never going to stop. That's the thing that happens, you know? So, yeah, I just keep going. But look at those. Oh, they're so pretty. They smell so good. I wish you were here. I wish that YouTube would have invented smell-o-vision, but they have not yet. So, you know, we just wait until that little thing comes out, all right? But yeah, look at those. That's really fun. Now, remember too, we've talked about this before, the little fluff. Remember the little fluff that we've done in other bouquets where we pull them up a little bit and we fluff it out? That's really, really helpful. And you know what? I really want one like way out here. So I wonder if I cut it long like this and go like that, and then I stick it in like this. And you know what? I want one more to balance that out too. I liked how that worked. So let's try it one more time. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Tucked, pulled, tucked, pulled. Ta-da! Look at that. It's great. It's got different areas, different groups of flowers, so groupings. I guess that would be what I would call this. When I said I was going to call it a pave, we have a group of carnations over here on the end, that lavender lace, really pretty. And we've got the lavender lace carnations, the hyacinth. Over here, we've got our beautiful Kermit pom-poms in there, or, you know, whichever variety this might be. My friend Juan David the other day at Deli Floor, they have a beautiful new green spray chrysanthemum that's a button. That's just gorgeous. And we reflectively call this Kermit. I am sure it's not Kermit anymore. Kermit is long gone, long gone. They keep developing new ones because what happens is the breed and variety changes. And so then they have to redevelop them for us so that we still have great floral products that last even longer. And my friends at Deli Floor Latin America are just amazing. They are just amazing. We have a show in season 3 of Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom coming up about chrysanthemums. And we showcase some of the varieties that they grow. We also showcase my friend Renee Van Wingerton, who is one of the few people in the U.S. who still grows chrysanthemums on his ranch, Ocean Breeze in California, right outside of Santa Barbara. So you get to meet Renee, who is one of my favorite people. Love him. You know what, chrysanthemum people? I just love them. I think I love all chrysanthemum people because I love JD. I love Renee. They're all great people. So, and then our tulips on the other side. We have our beautiful, fabulous foliage from Fern Trust, our variegated Fatsia and our Robellini that add to the end of this. You know what? This is pretty on both sides. It's pretty wherever you would put it in your home. So you could set it on the middle of a coffee table or something like that so you could see it everywhere. What's our final step that we always do with our flower arrangements? That's right. Praise of professional glory. Because this is going to help seal the flowers so that they will last as long as they possibly can. And so really important that we coat everybody front and back, both sides. I was looking at this piece right over here because I want to make sure that I get this little hyacinth pulled up a little bit more because he's a real tight bud. And as he opens up, he's going to fill out that space perfectly. He's going to fill out this space right there. So it's perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed grouping flowers with me. Pretty little spring arrangement that we can add to our house, give as a gift to a friend, all that stuff. So until next time, keep having fun with flowers.